Breaking now at noon, a Miami-Dade police officer shot. Sky 10 flying over the scene in Miami Gardens. More than a dozen police cruisers spread out across the area. We have live team coverage beginning with Local 10's Andrew Perez.
He's live on the scene with the breaking details. Andrew.
Well, I can tell you there's a very large perimeter set up, and I can also tell you there are several different scenes within this very large perimeter. Let me get right out of the way so you can take a look right down the street at all of the dozens and dozens of police officers. You've got cruisers out here from Miami-Dade schools, Miami-Dade PD, Miami Gardens PD, just to name a few. So we're at the corner of Northwest 22nd Avenue and 151st Street in Miami Gardens. A very active scene out here. We've seen crews coming and going, fully dressed in tactical gear, armed to a T. We also just saw a large tactical truck driving down Northwest 22nd Street. From Sky 10, let's get you up for a better look at just how large this scene actually is. They brought in additional canine units as well, just about 15 minutes ago or so, as they continue searching the streets and the neighborhoods all around this intersection. If you take a look at our next piece of video, you can see the moments where officers and tactical crews were following leads and running even at some points as they were searching the area, trying to find the people involved in all of this. Sky 10 also catching in this next piece of video of officers with their guns drawn. All of this after police confirmed to Local 10 News a Miami-Dade police officer was wounded in a shooting out here, sparking this massive response. Medics rushed that Miami-Dade police officer as a trauma alert patient to the hospital. That information is confirmed at this hour. Eventually, as you can see in our next bit of video, we did see two men in handcuffs detained right now, but it's unclear exactly what their role is. I can tell you it appears that officers are still searching the area aggressively at this hour. The Miami-Dade helicopter, for instance, you might be able to hear it. It continues circling the perimeter. Again, this is the area of Northwest 151st Street and 22nd Avenue in Miami Gardens. So it pretty much borders Opa-locka. And I want to send you to this last piece of video here. We just got this information into our newsroom a short time ago. Credible sources are telling us that this Miami-Dade police officer who was shot is part of the crime suppression team, and that he was out here with a crew looking for a man involved in another shooting when a car rolled up and started shooting at the officers. But we are told the officer shot was wearing a bulletproof vest. Again, that is preliminary information just coming into our newsroom from sources. We're working to confirm those details. We're talking to police. Back out here live, again, a mobile command post has also been set up just within the last half hour or so, so it doesn't appear that crews will be leaving this area anytime soon. In fact, we've seen more crews coming into the area as this search continues. I'll send it back to you.
Andrew, before we let you go, two quick things, because we first checked in with you about half an hour ago from the scene. I know your perspective is limited given what Sky 10 has been able to give us from up above. Sky 10 noticed that they had aerials of evidence markers on the ground. Have you seen anything like that? And then the follow-up would be, how is traffic looking? Because that's, of course, something to keep in mind if anyone's going to be in that area anytime soon.
So first things first, so you've got Northwest 22nd Avenue. This is the main thoroughfare. It's normally very popular. It's normally very busy. If I were to venture a guess from this vantage point where we are, it appears it's about 6 to 7 blocks one way, 6 to 7 blocks another way. That's completely shut down in this area. And then you've got several blocks, for instance, going down Northwest 151st Street, as well as the Miami-Dade helicopter continues to circle the area. We can't see the evidence markers from here, but I know we've gotten a really good look at it from Sky 10. Again, all of this unfolding. This is a very fluid situation, something we unfortunately deal with all too often. We're going to have much more throughout the day here on Local 10 News.
All right, Andrew, keep us posted. We know a lot of things developing at the scene there. Thank you so much for your report. Our team coverage turning now to Local 10's Glenna Milberg.
She's live at the hospital where the officer was taken. Glenna.
All right, well, first let me tell you that I probably can confirm some of those things that they are hearing in Miami Gardens. This was a member, this officer who's here right now is a member of the crime suppression team. I'm not sure if he is an undercover officer yet, and I'm going to tell you the reason why we're not going to show you too much of what's going on here is I want to be very sure that we don't compromise the identification of undercover officers who are here to be with him. So that said, what a lucky moment for this officer, because he was wearing a bulletproof vest, and that bullet shot at him, ricocheted off the vest, and grazed him in the cheek. Video of his arrival here in Rescue 54 by ground. You will see that when he is taken out of the ambulance. He's bandaged up around his neck and cheek, and he is talking. He does seem to be conscious. So that was our first visual of the condition of this Miami-Dade crime suppression team member, that he looks like he will be okay. That said, you just never know right now. So many of his colleagues came here via car, more in ambulances, unmarked cars. A lot of them, at least a few of them, are wearing warrants t-shirts. And so that gives you an idea that maybe this operation was, they were serving a warrant for the shooting over the weekend. That's what the warrants teams do, and that is a whole level of dangerous job that we can talk about later. But so right now we have a lot of the county hierarchy here at Miami-Dade's trauma center. The mayor is here. We saw the police director come in here, she's inside. We saw the fire director, Ray Jadala, come in, he's inside. And countless number of this officer's colleagues, including his wife, a woman who got out of the car, who someone here identified as his wife. They are all inside now, and we are expecting to get more official public information when the police director comes out. Let me just show you, we have microphones set up. She will come out and we'll have a much more of the official word, but we have learned a lot about what happened today between Andrew Miami Gardens and us here, and it does look like this police shooting. So much more to come, but that the police officer looks like he will survive this. Back to you.
And Glenna, that's such an important note. I know you have covered so many stories of officers shot, and it ends up in tragedy a lot of times. But, you know, for you being there on the scene and seeing that moment where he's talking, he's conscious. We don't know his condition, but we do know it seems he's going to survive this, which is such wonderful news. But Glenna, you know, from your perspective there, just kind of having that moment where you see that this officer is talking, that's such a big moment for the whole community to see that.
For the whole community, and Janice, right when it happens, those words over a police radio, officer down, to your point, how many, once is too many, but how many times have we heard that in South Florida? It's just a gut punch, because this profession, be it a public servant, protect and serve, this is a profession where people who work on the streets leave every day literally not knowing whether they're walking into danger and will come home to their families. So every time this happens, it is such a gut punch to this department, especially with the number of guns in the wrong hands on the streets. So right now you have a team investigating a shooting over the weekend, and then an officer shot as he's investigating a shooting over the weekend. I mean, it's just a level of horror that so much of our community lives with literally every day.
Absolutely, Glenna. Thank you for that report. And of course, a lot to follow up on as we learn more information later this afternoon. We'll check back in with you as the afternoon progresses. Thank you.
And be sure to stay with Local 10 for updates on this breaking news. Again, a Miami-Dade police officer was shot in Miami Gardens, rushed to the hospital. We'll bring you updates all throughout the day as they come into the newsroom and online at local10.com.